Hold on. Let me turn the sound down because there's some things I want to talk about. I just noticed something on yeah, I'd see it all the time on Facebook. You know, people will post something that a couple of or some African American male has committed a crime, and this goes out on social media with all of the pictures and everything. And it got me to thinking that this younger generation is totally lost. They are. They have no idea what the devil they're doing and why they're doing it. You know, I can remember when I was in high school, and I was in the '60s, and I went to high school in New York during the civil rights uh, marches and protesting that was going on. And you know, the one thing that we always said was that, you know, the only way to really make it out of the community or the hood or ghetto or slums or whatever you want to call it was to either be an entertainer or play professional sports, be a professional athlete. And this was being said back in, oh my God, the 60s, the late 60s, the middle of the late 60s, early 70s, and even on. And and the parallel is that's pretty much what's going on now. The only way to make it is to be an entertainer or professional athlete. And my question is, what's the other alternative? Let's say you can't sing and dance. Let's say you can't rap. Let's say you don't have game. So what are you going to do? How about being a scientist? How about being an engineer? How about being an economist? How about being a doctor, lawyer, a business person? How about something like that? I mean, this culture that we have now is about getting something for nothing. And it amazes me that the one thing that they get for free that will do them the most good, they don't do. And I'm talking about a public education. There is nothing wrong with the public education. You know, one of the things that my mother told me growing up, because I was a knucklehead, and I'm not going to lie about it, I was a knucklehead. But the one thing she told me, she said, the little kid over there that, has got a funny sounding last name, and he was born with the silver spoon in his mouth. Yeah, you're right. She said, but guess what? I said, what? Well, he's got to go to school and learn and apply himself just like you. You can't give someone an education. They have to want it. They have to work for it. They have to do the work. They have to do it. You know? And we as a people, we got to stop putting our trust in a man, in men, in a political party. And it doesn't matter which one. I mean, I'm not, you can bash either one of them all you want because they're men. And the one thing that men are going to do is to let you down. That's what human beings do. You ever heard of the Ten Commandments? Huh? I mean, that's pretty much human being behavior. Think about it. And if you don't know it, go find it and read it. But it's about human beings because that's what they do. They kill, they cheat, they lie. They see something else that someone else has, they want it. They want it for theirs. And the bottom line is the only somebody that you should put your full trust and love is Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Because he will not fail you. Man will fail you. Woman will fail you. Okay? I mean, you can sit there and say, well, I love you. But if you don't love Jesus, you don't love her. And if she says the same thing about you, I love him. But if she doesn't love Jesus, she doesn't love you either. She loves all of the secular things about you. That's what she's in love with. Money, looks, sex, whatever. That's what she loves about you. But if she doesn't love Jesus or you don't love Jesus, then you don't love that other person. And I'm here to tell you that's just a fact. Like it or not, that's it. So I just had some things I wanted to get off my mind. And who knows? I may throw something up later, see how it's like to receive. Don't really care. Just some thoughts. I hope that somebody is able to hear what I have to say and take it and run with it. I mean, to be successful, you have to have goals. You have to have a dream. And you have to work towards that goal. You have to see it. You have to want it. You have to taste it. You have to feel it. In order for that dream to become a reality. Because if you're doing all those things, seeing it, feeling it, tasting it, practically touching it, then you are going to do the things that are going to get you to the realization of your goal. It's just that simple. I mean, it's simple concept. It's not easy. I mean, if it was easy, everyone would do it, right? See, it's not easy. You're going to have to work for it. And just like when I was in school, and I got serious. For the first couple of years, I was a knucklehead. I got to school and I discovered women. Whoa. Then finally I got my act together. And I started participating, carrying books, doing homework. Got laughed at. Sure did. But I held my resolve. And I said, because my goal was to graduate high school. Not that I was the first one in the family to do that, being that the last one. It's just the fact that I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to prove something about me, that I could do it. And that's the most important person that you have to prove anything to, is to yourself. Because every time they laughed, I told them, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to be somewhere one day that you're not going to be. And they said, what's that? I said, walking across that stage, getting that piece of paper. That's where I'm going to be. And you're not going to be there. And most of them weren't. Sad to say, most of them were not. All of them could have had it. The education was free. We want free this, we want free that. Get free school. We don't take advantage of it. I don't understand. Just don't understand. Anyway, until later. Peace.